Alright, guys, so I got a video for y'all from a few days ago, from July 5th, and this is from downtown Louisville, Kentucky. And it's a march of, I believe it's Patriot Front, and they're marching downtown in Louisville. So here, take a look. Alright, so yeah, I mean, just, waving around Confederate flags in the middle of downtown Louisville. Confederate flags, right? I I thought there was an insurrection going on in California that warranted the fucking National Guard to be deployed there. But these assholes, they're waving around literally a flag that's meant to represent insurrection against the United States of America. No police, no National Guard, no Marines. They're waving around their fucking traitorous flags. And, they're fucking white supremacist scum flags. They're carrying around their shields, looks like they're a fucking army, right? This fucking militia looks like it's a fucking private army or some shit, right? That's invaded downtown Louisville. Nothing, right? They don't even get called insurrectionists or rebels or or terrorists. Here, I got another video for y'all about just the blatant double standard that exists in this country when it comes to different types of protests and different causes that people are protesting for. Here, take a look.
LA protesters were met with military force, but January 6 rioters walked away with pardons.
But did President Trump pardon everybody?
I guess he did.
Yes, he did. I don't know. I can give you the news articles if you don't know. He did. People who violently attacked men and women of law enforcement up here, who were protecting the lives of every member serving then and all the staff up here. Yeah, he pardoned every one of them.
This week, Democrats exposed Trump's double standard in a chilling congressional hearing.
Resolution condemns the violent riots in Los Angeles, California. Individuals have engaged in arson, looting, personal property destruction, vandalism, and assault of law enforcement officers. Meanwhile, the hardworking men and women at ICE have ensured that dangerous criminal aliens are removed from Los Angeles streets.
They're taking to the streets to do damage. They're not just trying to have their voices heard. There are serious issues going on and serious damage and rioting. We can once again underline our support for law and order.
Broken windows have a price. Breaking and looting buildings, businesses have a price. These for protests, it's just not true. Los Angeles does not have a strict punishment or consequences for it, and that's why you have all this.
A lot of the flags I saw were not American flags being waved in California.
But Democrats pushed back. They called it manufactured outrage and pointed to the hypocrisy. If we're condemning violent protests, they asked, why not start with the people who stormed the Capitol waving Confederate flags?
I wish the president had done the right thing on January 6th. I was here that day. Want to see pictures of broken windows and destroyed property? And when all is said and done, not only did the president not do the right thing, but when he got the chance, he pardoned everybody. And you talk about flags that were being waved, there were Confederate flags being waved that day. No one seemed to have any problem with that. I find this kind of selective outrage, a little bit startling. The issue in California was that the area of protest was contained. There were far more people protesting peacefully than violently, and nobody has said a word about the pardoning of all those who did destruction to this building and who beat up our police.
For them. Real different in LA when they had sufficient force to handle everything. It is the Republicans who refused to put up the plaque honoring the law enforcement officers who protected us on January 6th.
Same hearing, Republicans advanced other bills, including one to make driving under the influence, DUI, grounds for deportation.
H.R. 875 makes common sense changes to immigration laws to make an alien who is convicted or admits to drinking and driving under the influence inadmissible.
Even though a law like this already exists.
Serious DUI convictions are already grounds to deport or refuse admission to a non-citizen. Full stop. So this bill doesn't close any gap in existing law.
And another bill, known as the Special Interest Alien Reports, requiring DHS to publish monthly reports on non-U.S. nationals who attempt to enter the U.S. unlawfully and may pose national security risks, including details on the number of individuals, their nationalities, and where they were encountered.
Over the past 4 years, Customs and Border Protection faced an unprecedented number of special interest aliens from 26 countries that the Department of Homeland Security has determined pose the greatest national security and counterintelligence threats.
DHS already has the power to publish immigration statistics. Democrats warn that forcing DHS to release these monthly reports risks exposing sensitive national security information that could lead to increased profiling of specific communities.
Although well-intentioned, this bill compromises national security, essentially giving the bad guys information to do a better job of penetrating our defenses. But let's look at the big picture. Special Interest Alien, or SIA, just means that someone's travel patterns indicate a need for further scrutiny. It does not mean someone's a terrorist or out to do harm.
Democrats warn that these bills aren't about public safety. They're about scapegoating.
And it doesn't make our country safer. It only weaponizes a problem to attack and scapegoat all immigrants.
MAGA Republicans have declared immigrants the cause of all of our problems. Republicans are falling over themselves to introduce and pass bills to show how hard they are on immigrants, even if those bills are just restatements of existing laws.
According to the Cato Institute, 65% of people taken by ICE in the past year had no criminal convictions. And among those who did, 93% were nonviolent crimes, despite what ICE says to justify its deportation agenda. So again, is this about safety, or is it about pushing a political agenda that further targets and criminalizes undocumented people of color?
You know, we've seen Trump's playbook before from all kinds of authoritarian and dictators across the globe and across the centuries. A leader rises and claims he will take the country back to a glorified past. Instead of lowering grocery bills or raising wages, he finds a group to blame for all the economic problems. And it changes who the group is, but not the playbook. Demonize the press, undermine the court, silence dissent.
Pay attention, speak up, and don't look away. Follow us for more updates on the latest legislative actions and their impact on our communities.
So, there you have it, y'all. Just clear and blatant hypocrisy by the Trump administration. Do you want to protest, to stand up for people's human rights? Will bring down the entire force of the government upon you. Do you want to wave around a flag of a foreign country that actually exists and, you know, probably has some sort of diplomatic ties with the United States and maybe is even an ally? No, fuck you, you're a traitor and an insurrectionist. But do you want to wave around a flag that was actually, that actually represents, an insurrection and treason to the United States? Go, have at it. Why? Because they're just white supremacists. Fuck this bullshit, man. Like, fuck this white supremacist bullshit. Fuck this clear and blatant hypocrisy and double standard. Okay? If you wave around that Confederate flag, you do not love this country. You just don't. And you don't believe in human rights and equality, you just don't. Your ideology is garbage. So fuck this bullshit. Fuck this blatant double standard. This can't stand. We have to speak up and, make sure that that they don't get away with it. Hey everyone, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can make this channel grow. This has been Revolution Television, where the revolution is televised. Peace.